It's El-Emen Tehut-9. This is mine elevation time. What you gonna do in the end of days? Where you gonna run when the tidal waves come? Sinkhole, sink hope. Volcanoes sink smoke. Earthquakes, hurricanes, brimstones. Watching lies on televised programs. We so gone and so strong in our weakness. We want life but only seek death. And when we see death, we don't see that we not the solution. We the problem. The earth gonna live forever, not when, not when we not in tune. So hurricanes, monsoons, and mushroom clouds crowd the skies. I'm not too proud to cry. Most asking when, some asking where, none asking why. Why it happens? Why's the whole world crashing? 7 billion years flashing, 7 billion lives. What's the price? At the end of the day, was it real or lies? Guess we realize now that we've arrived at the end of our days. At the end of our days. At the end of our days. Now that we arrived at the end of our days. Was it real or lies? Do you realize? Was it real or lies? Now that we arrived at the end of our days. At the end of our days. Was it real or lies? Now that we arrived, it's all our fault. We didn't stop the assault that brought our end. We all played a part in the world we were brought up in. So many caught up in being innocent, but in no sense are you innocent. Children died in Colton mines for you to use. Everything where Colton finds purpose. Cell phones purchased, was it worth it? Were their lives worthless? You think it hurts less for their mothers? Mother Earth is in tears, quaking everywhere, shaking every tear. Where are all the animals? We are the cannibals, eating our kind. How evil is mankind? Man was designed to be divine with his mind to reach his prime, but fell blind and fell behind after we calcified our pine. Now we wanna pacify our minds. Now we wanna pacify our minds. Social distance this, corona's viciousness, cognitive dissonance. Without a vision, we are visionless. The earth is the demiurge. This is a prison, yes. We ruin the food. There's no forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. You know what you do. You knew when you do to get what's coming to you. Death and destruction. Earth has its function. You're a dysfunction. We're at a junction. The crossing we come from. Bring crosses to jump on. Crucify yourselves. Your Jesus Christ and your Jesus crisis won't help. When your haven or your heaven is your hell. You sell what can't be sold. How you sell your soul? It's not for sale, but you can sail back home. Watch, the whole planet gonna crash, but life won't stop. Put the light on back, whether you white or black, right or not. What you gonna do? Try to kill terror, now terror terrorizes you. Terror is our terrorist. Where you gonna run when the tidal waves come? When sinkholes sink hope and volcanoes sink smoke. Earthquakes, what's the price? At the end of the day, was it real or lies? Guess we realize now that we've arrived at the end of our days. At the end of our days. At the end of our days. Now that we arrived at the end of our days. Was it real or lies? Do you realize? Was it real or lies? Now that we arrived at the end of our days. At the end of our days. The sun won't sleep. Some won't see it coming till it comes in higher than the mountains. The amount of pain in my fountain pen. When will it end? For man to rebuild again. A mother's pain is not a game. You're insane. You've slain her children again and again. Now she's paying us in pain. Acid in our rain from the chemtrail planes. Playing God in her skies. Now the planes won't fly. EMP knows why. Allah, the volcanoes cry, and you can't wipe the lava tears from his eyes. So the pressure rise, we press our eyes closed. praying to Allah in submission on all fours, revealing what we were hiding behind closed doors. What are you pleading for? The earth is evening scores. She gave you birth, but you drew blood first. So choke on your Quran and Bible verse. Your idle words, your idols were the lives you worship. Now we're nervous. All the men we slayed, all the men we enslaved, all the money we made won't serve or save us. Our days are made up of all that made us so crude, so cruel. We abuse the earth, we misuse the fuel. What's the price at the end of the day? Was it real or lies? Yes, we realize now that we've arrived at the end of our days, at the end of our days, at the end of our days. Now that we arrived at the end of our days. Was it real or lies? Do you realize? Was it real or lies? Now that we arrived at the end of our days, at the end of our days. Was it real or lies? Now that we arrive. Oh, Allah guide us. These are the end of days. Provide us peace. Do you realize? Save us please. Now that we've arrived at the end of our days, at the end of our days.